Welcome to the Fit2 Talk podcast.
You just found the #1 health and fitness podcast for performers. And thank you for joining us as we bring you this meaningful, helpful, and accurate information. And
remind you that fitness doesn't have to be boring.
Right now, you're listening to one of our talk episodes, during which Bobby and I, well, we pretty much do this.
Yeah.
And if you like what we do, then please leave us a review.
And on that note, cue the music. I feel attacked. But I was only thinking about this the other day, like how we say the same thing every time, but we always say it slightly differently. So you kind of go, how many different versions of this can I do?
Many.
How many small changes can I do?
And well, I don't know.
Fitness doesn't have to be boring.
Or fitness can be fun.
No, I can't change the words.
Welcome
to change the words.
Welcome to Fit3.
Oh, God.
Should we kick off with a fact?
Yeah, do you want to go straight in with the fact? All right.
Well, I messed that up in the last episode, but it should have been fact first.
Let's go. That took me by surprise. This is a nice, quick fact.
Oh,
nice,
okay.
Short, quick fact.
Short, quick fact.
Short, quick fact.
That's actually quite...
That's really difficult. I won't be trying that again. There's no such thing as a straight line.
No.
Zoom in close enough to anything and you'll spot irregularities. Even a laser light beam is slightly curved. Because of Earth and its gravitational pull. Gravitational field.
So, the straight line, what? No. What? What about on a piece of paper?
What do you mean, what, on a piece of paper?
You draw a line on a piece of paper.
Yeah, there's no such thing as a straight line. There's no such thing as a straight line.
My brain, I need more information.
That's kind of all I've got for you.
You said sure. I need more on this because my brain is arguing the toss with this in my head. And I can't, I don't have another side. You're not giving me the other side of the argument.
I'm going to read straight from BBC Science Focus.
Okay, that's fantastic. Give me more.
Okay. You could argue there's no such thing as a straight line because everything, if you zoom in close enough, has irregularities. Even a beam of laser light is slightly curved, as light is bent by the Earth's gravitational field. If we relax our definition to something that looks straight to the human eye, then we can find plenty of straight lines in nature.
So, however, if you were to fly far enough away from the Earth and its gravitational pull, would light not be in a straight line in the void?
Yeah, in the void, yes.
So that it does exist in existence,
but
just
not
on Earth. Okay. That's my brain was not happy with that. I was like, my geometry teacher was wrong. Not that I learnt geometry.
Yeah, there's no straight lines on Earth.
Well, that's freaking nuts. I'm just looking around the room like, nothing here.
Nothing here is straight.
Nothing here. Now, irregularities for the most part, even if you were to, so I understand a laser light having to bend because of light, but what if it was a physical material? I'm assuming that the closer you zoom in, it's just that it's not actually straight. Yes. There's always, like molecules can't be straight when they're next to each other because they are inherently not cuboid.
Things look straight to the human eye, but if you zoom in close enough, you'll see that it's not straight.
So it depends how far you zoom out. Wow. I wonder if the Earth is just a molecule in somebody else's straight line.
Zoom out.
And we're here for it.
Yeah, we love it. Oh, we're just questioning everything right now. This is great.
I'm pretty sure if you rewind this podcast to the moment you told me that, you will have seen my mind just implode a little bit.
I didn't think you would be that struck by it.
Well, I was trying to sort of grasp and pull together how that existed within the world of going like, oh, the universe, I suppose. I was going, what does that mean? You know, like, what are they actually trying to say?
Is this changing something like existential thing?
Yeah, is it like I'm unable to draw a perfectly straight line and it is physically possible, but it cannot be done at the micro level? Or is it a cellular thing that actually they're not, even if you could draw a really, really long line that's perfectly straight, for want of a better word, when you actually zoom in, the line itself is not straight.
They're saying that you, Steffan Lloyd Evans, can't draw a straight line.
They know my name.
Yeah. That's what BBC Science Focus said.
That's fucking nuts. I knew the podcast was going well. I didn't know it was going that well.
Just focused on you. They're essentially trolling you.
Oh, bastards. Bastard. Fucking bastard. Jesus.
Now, you see, we're bringing you all the knowledge. We go from pigeons in the last episode to straight lines in
We've
this episode.
spent a long time on pigeons in the last one.
Hey, those pigeons served our country.
They did. And if you don't know what we're on about, there's plenty of it in the previous one. So go back to the last talk
There's
episode.
plenty of silence as we fact check the pigeons.
Oh, there is. God.
Yeah.
Aren't our partners lucky?
I don't know if Sam ever saw me present that pigeon program. But yeah, if you're wondering what that pigeon program was, then
were you already married when we were just together?
I think we were married. Because we've been married a long time.
So even if she had no way out. Yeah. She couldn't go.
We've been married nearly 10 years this year. Well, it will be 10 years this year.
Way!
Maybe when this comes out, it will already be 10 years. I don't know.
Okay, that's super exciting.
Yeah. But yeah.
Celebration.
Yeah. Do you have some news, Steffan?
Ask BBC. No, they've got all my personal information.
Mate, they are tearing you down on here.
It is going badly. I do have some news, which is rather exciting. I suppose depends on how one looks at life.
I mean, I don't think you could look at this news and not be excited.
It depends. Depends if you're harbouring a secret love for me.
Yeah, or if you're BBC Science focused.
Yeah, they hate me.
They're livid about this.
So
news.
many articles of just
they're just angry.
I got engaged.
Oh my God.
Which, if anybody's known me for a really long time, I think they would be surprised. And I'm saying that because the people who have known me for a really long time were surprised.
So it's not just a guess. You have
factual
evidence to back it up.
Everyone's like, oh. Which, I've been with Maddie for 5. At the time, it was bang on our 5-year anniversary. This happened back in March and it just hasn't come up. We were sort of keeping it, not intentionally secret, but we were just enjoying that fact for ourselves, I think, and having a lovely time with the people that we have seen and told and enjoyed, but without needing to put it on social media or anything like that. That wasn't a plan. It was just like, oh, I don't really want to. It's like our thing right now. But it was bang on the day before our anniversary, I think, technically. And yeah, I think my opinion of marriage has changed.
That's interesting.
Over the years. And because I used to say that I would not get married.
Yeah.
I don't think that, I happen to not be religious, so it doesn't hold any religious significance. So I was trying to work out what it was for me, why would I do that thing? Other than to keep somebody else happy if my partner particularly wanted that thing.
Yeah.
Which I don't think that's a good reason to do it.
No.
Yeah. What's your opinion of it? I mean, you've been married nearly 10 years. Why did you do it?
I just woke up one day and wanted to do it. That's kind of it. That's as simple as it is. Wow. I just one day was like, I really want to marry Sam. And that's kind of all it was. That was just the idea popped into my head and then I went, okay, I'm going to do this then. So yeah, that's kind of how I ended up. It had never been a thing that I was desperate to do. I'd never been really I want to be married. I want to settle down. That had never been in my kind of thinking, to the point that Sam and I hadn't ever really spoken about marriage when I asked her. So yeah, I think that took her by surprise.
Scary.
So why did your opinion kind of change? Do you know if there was a specific thing or?
There's 2 things I think that are relevant to this, which is, I think I've always been trying to marry the 2 things together, whether the line is straight or not.
Oh, God.
Trying to go through. And similar, I was sat on the sofa with Maddie and she was not paying attention to the TV as she does. And and I just sort of looked at her and she wasn't paying me any attention. And I literally just had that thought, a bit like you described. I was like, oh, I think I want to do this, but for forever,
Yeah.
And it did take some sort of the second aspect of this is trying to work out why that would be a good idea and why that might be the case. And I think I've pinpointed it to what to put clear into words, coaching other people over the last 5 years or whatever it has been, the thing that people struggle with the most, there's sort of 5 usual elements in our business, right? Which is the training, the nutrition, the mindset, support, and accountability. And now, from a relationship point of view, the first 3 things, training is the actions that you take, and so is nutrition from one side. How do you put energy into your relationship and steps in either way, and your mindset around it, which you can, for the most part, do yourself. Why get married, right? But the support and the accountability is about the infrastructure around you. And if anything, for me, the idea of getting together the people that I care about the most, love the most, and spend my time with outside of my relationship, getting those people together to stand in front of them and make a promise to say, hey, everyone, this is the person I intend to be with for the rest of my life, as long as it is healthy for both of us. That's my commitment. Will you support me in that commitment? And will you hold me accountable to it? When I come to you and complain about my partner, I don't want you to say, yeah, she's the worst. Do you know what I mean? You need to sack that off. That's not what I'm asking you to do.
No.
Don't do, not that I'd surround myself with those people anyway. I've done that in the past and it was a bad call. But unless it's deeply unhealthy for me, at which point then have that conversation. But, that's what that day is for me, I think, to go to celebrate this thing, of course, but also to ask those people for help and to go, help us on this journey. What advice do you have? And through the years, when these things come up and, nobody has a smooth ride, no one ever.
No.
So when those bumps come up, help us, knowing that this was our intention. And that shifted everything for me to be like, that's what the actual value is. You might be paying 20 grand average cost for wedding in the UK. Fuck off. That's the average. Jesus.
It's brutal.
But that's, I think, what you get in return if you do it right. And I think if you ask the right questions of the right people. So I think, for the purposes of our relationship and also for myself, having that moment in front of everyone to say, I intend this and she intends this, celebrate that with us and help us. I think there's something weirdly lovely about that is not what most people, I think, talk about
No,
on the day. So I wonder, and I don't know, I don't want to say what it means to Maddie or anything like that, but that's, I think, why it matters to me. So it is exciting in that sense. And also that is a relatively new realization. I think that you can get that value from it. Previously, I think I thought it was in one sense what it is, a sort of religious hangover of a ceremony of handing property over from one family, literally being handed over by the dad to her new owner. And I was like, I hate this. That's awful. And I dislike so many of the traditions because of their origin. There's something beautiful about your dad walking you down the aisle now. But what about your mum?
Yeah, I mean, weddings are loaded with old traditions, like hangovers and strange things from a past time.
There's so many of them.
There's so many of them, and it's even like standing on ceremony, and there's just all very. There are some really weird quirks.
The traditional vows are messed up.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna obey anyone. That was the man's vow. It was just the woman that said that to honor and obey.
Which is wild.
That can fuck off.
Are you going to write your own vows? Sorry, we might cut this.
No, we can keep this in. We haven't decided. I would like to. Maddie is less keen. But I think she can not write hers if she wants to, but I think I would want to.
Fair. Yeah.
Because I think of the reason I just said, I think it means something slightly different to me than perhaps what is traditional in that sense. yeah, I think I would want to do that.
Yeah.
Although it is tough, man. Like, there's so much weird stuff to do with weddings, and like people get weird about it. Like, who you invite to a wedding is like one of the most unnecessarily political bits of crap in the world.
Yeah, I will say that and the seating plan are the two most stressful things from my personal experience.
What? And the seating plan? I don't care about the seating plan. People will sit with us at.
No, you will. You will care.
Why?
You will care.
Why will I care?
You'll be like, oh, that person can't sit with that person. That person doesn't like that person.
If they have beef, they're not at my wedding. I'm not because I'm a vegetarian.
Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Are you going to be telling those kind of jokes at the wedding?
Definitely.
Perfect. Cool.
But because of my wedding day, everyone will laugh.
They have to. They're contractually obliged to laugh.
You must laugh, for it is my
You
day.
will laugh at this point.
Yes. I don't think that's really the case. I honestly, even thinking now, I don't think there's really anyone that would be invited that sort of has beef with anybody else. I'm going to be keeping it pretty small.
Fair. You are in the world of musical theatre, though, and everyone has beef with everyone in the world of musical theatre.
No one that's in the world of musical theatre is invited. No, that's of course not true. I have so many wonderful friends, but if they have beef with each other, I don't think I really know about it. I tend not to be friends with people who have beef with other people.
Fair. There were a few people at my wedding that had some beef with each other.
Really?
Yeah.
Without naming names, what was the beef?
I don't actually remember what the beef was.
They just didn't like each other.
Yeah. I can't remember. I know the people I'm thinking about, but I can't remember what the actual beef was.
It's just not the day for it, is it?
But like selecting a guest list is very difficult.
Honestly, we're far away from this because without giving too much away, Maddie is going away for a long time.
She's going to jail.
She's going to jail. Does it sound like what she's doing, doesn't it?
She's not going to jail.
Oh, God, she's not going
to
jail.
You're not going to jail.
She's going to Germany for wonderful reasons. Cut that. No.
We're going to cut so much of this episode. It's going to be like 5 minutes long.
Just a really boring chat. Getting married. Anyway. So
moving on, they're like, wow, Bobby, you were not interested in this wedding at all.
I didn't ask any questions. So it's going to be at least 2 years away, but trying to even decide now as well. And people always say, like, you know, especially in this line of work, you know, we met 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's insane now the sort of value you have to me in my life. And like, people are like, oh, if you've known somebody for less than a year, like, don't invite them. You're like, but sometimes I feel like I'm old enough and ugly enough to know if somebody's actually going to be of value to me in my life longer term.
Yeah.
For the most part.
It's also like, when we look back at, we did this thing where we got everyone to take a Polaroid who was at the wedding. So then we put it all into a frame. That frame is no longer on our wall, but it was on our wall in our old house.
Because you hate them all.
Yeah. But it's wild how many people on that wall we don't really speak to anymore. But I kind of go, actually, it's just, you just have to think of it as a snapshot in your life at that moment.
Yeah.
You go, okay, at this moment, these were the people that were important to me. And that will change. Like, there'll be new people who are important to you later down the line. And yeah, I think it's important to just view it as, okay, right now, right at this moment, you go, okay, these are the people that I want to be there.
I do think that's the case. I look at pictures of my parents' wedding when I was growing up, and, you know, my dad's best man was as somebody that we saw once a year.
Yeah.
You know, because they lived 4 hours away, but that was it. You know, I was like, oh, and a bit of me was going, well, that's sad. And I was like, but also it's just the reality of life sometimes.
Yeah, it's the reality of life. Like, and when I say that we don't see the people on that thing that often anymore, that's not from bad reasons necessarily. Like, it's just that people have lives. People have lives. People move away. People have kids. People do all sorts of things. And you go, well, that's just life. Like, it's, you just have to kind of embrace that.
Also, even when you go, I sort of thought Maddie had a big family and mine was really small. In actual fact, it's sort of the other way around now. And she was like, no, my family's small compared to yours. And I was like,
is it?
I don't know. No, I sat and counted on. I was like, oh, crap. Like, my cousins have, like, one of them's like got married and having a baby. So I was like, oh, crap. That's like another 2 people come into the day.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the expensive bit as well.
That is the expensive bit. Like the evening, you can be like, "Hey, everyone come."
Yeah, they're like, you're only allowed this many guests. Sure.
Yeah.
Who's counting?
You're like, "Hey, shh."
Who's counting on the day, right?
Exactly. It's not like 1 in, 1 out.
Like
There's a bouncer on the door.
We need 10 of you to go to the porter cabins just so the capacity in here is down. So out you go.
Oh, I love the idea of a porter cabin.
Do you know what? I sort of, I'm in 2 minds. I'm like, part of me wants like a fancy wedding, but also I'm not a fancy guy. Like, I'm a bit fancy.
You are quite fancy.
But I like things tidy and I like them nice.
You are fancy. Like, let me remind you of what you used to like rock up to the show in every day. You'd be like the best dressed person rocking up to warm up every single day. I rock up in like a basketball jersey and shorts, and you're like pristine head to toe Reese.
Not for the warm up itself. But
No, not for warm up itself, but for like coming into work.
Just so people don't think I'm in chinos in a warm up. Chinos and a shirt.
In a full suit.
And down with dog. No, literally. Okay. Fair-ish.
I would say you're less fancy now.
Yes, because I live here.
Yeah. You live in active office. You live in active wear in this office.
Yes, that is true. I am warring with those 2 things. I'm like, I want it to be nice, obviously, but then also I'm like, I also don't care. Like, it's not about that thing. And if there's that thing in my head of going like, oh, what if these people come and they go, oh God, that they didn't have like the nicest food, or like, oh, that I don't like those table decorations. Well, fuck those people then.
Well, like the people who matter don't care. The people who matter just want to be there to celebrate this thing with you.
I'm like, don't come. If I said to you, I'm going to take you for a meal and your food is going to cost me £170, right? Don't sit there and tell me that you don't like the tablecloths. Because you can go and fuck yourself.
I'm now going to tell you I don't like the tablecloths.
But literally, like, I don't... Like, it's so bizarre to me. And also how invested people are in other people's weddings. Being like, oh, the flowers. Who cares? They had flowers. Isn't that
That's what
nice?
made those people happy.
Yeah, like the thing about a bride's dress, man. Jesus Christ. People, all they want to do is tear down somebody on the day that they're meant to be the happiest in their entire life. I'm like, God, like Maddie, bless her, is like, because I made a joke about 6 months ago about those types of dresses that go down and then look to me like a toilet roll holder.
Oh, yeah.
You know, from like your grandma used to have back in the day. Like really froofy out things. And then she's got it in her head that I don't like dresses that come out at the hip in this way. And I may have played on that joke a little bit too much. But, but I'm like, I don't care what you wear. Yeah. You could legit come down in a Teletubbies outfit and I'd be like, fair fucks.
I would be a big fan.
I'm like, if that is legit what you wanted to wear on that day and the thing that made you feel the best, like, funny. That's funny. Come down in a 3-piece suit all the way through to like a bin bag. Like, don't care. As long as you're there smiling, like, I'm good.
Yeah.
If you look angry, I'm going to be scared.
What are you going to wear?
It kind of depends on it. The bin bag's looking pretty tasty right now.
I can imagine.
But it'll be a suit of some kind. I imagine I would have a waistcoat.
Okay.
I did used to work in Reese. Did you know this?
I don't know if I knew. I know most of the jobs that you've had, but I don't know if I knew that you worked.
I don't know if you do.
Although I do remember we went into Reese quite a lot when we were working together.
When it was over the road.
Yeah, it was over the road.
I used to work in Reese while I was in drama school. So for a year and a half, I worked in Reese, and they trained me up in their sort of tailoring so I could fit a suit from scratch, which is like hard, by the way. I don't remember any of that anymore. But I worked in the one in West Hampstead, and so there was lots of suit fittings and things in that place. All the clientele were wealthy.
Yep.
And going through that thing. So I was sort of trained, and then I used to work as a personal shopper for people, for high-end clients in both Selfridges and Harrods. Like, finding the stuff that would be really nice was interesting to me. And then working for lots of brands, like we spoke about before. I'm like, I do care that the suit is nice.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be a designer. I can have it tailored how I want it, and it be a half decent suit. Or if I'm renting it, much easier.
Yeah.
Like, cool. I have this different. The wedding dress, right, is a dress that you will only ever wear on one day in your life.
Yeah.
Why are we buying those things?
Yeah. That is true.
Like, why do people buy that? Surely you should rent it.
Or get it like, I always kind of...
Turned into something else.
Yeah, either get it turned
A
into
quilt?
something else. A tablecloth?
I don't like these tablecloths.
Yeah, it's my wedding dress. Or pass it on. Like
you'd have a family dress.
Resell it or pass it to like a family dress, that works its way through the generations maybe. I don't know. I think
There has to be, with sustainable fashion now, there has to be a way. It feels like an error to spend £4,000 on a dress that you will literally wear for probably 2/3 of a day.
Mm-hmm.
If you're incredibly wealthy and that money doesn't mean anything to you, then great, good for you. Like, at least with a suit, your wedding suit, for the most part, you can probably get a lot of use out of it.
I've worn my wedding suit many times.
I'm assuming you still have it.
Yeah.
Like because of the tradition of like the man's costume, as it were, is far less interesting, isn't it? You're like, it's just a suit.
Yeah, they are just a suit.
Like whatever color scheme is decided upon, without my knowledge, probably I'll just fit into that. I don't really want a black suit though.
No.
I would prefer it to not be black.
I don't feel like you wear a black suit.
I don't think so. Like see-through.
See-through?
Yeah, just the bottom half. What I'm saying is no trousers. People ask, I'll say, I'm wearing them. They're just see-through.
Yeah, they're invisible.
See my keys floating there? I've just attached them to
That would be amazing, like fishing wire just hanging down. With your phone on a
wallet. Everyone's like, the fuck happened here?
We went down a weird route here.
We haven't mentioned how I proposed.
We haven't. How are we this far in and we haven't mentioned that?
Okay, the plan.
Let's go.
You helped me a lot with this.
I tried my best.
It turned into a semi-epic story.
It was an epic story. It's not even semi-epic.
So the plan was, Maddie is super close with her family, and I've mentioned this quite a lot, they all seem to like each other, which is quite odd in my family.
It's unusual.
And they like spending time with each other and all this stuff. And so her family is like super important to her. And like 5.5 years ago, she'd apparently told me that her like dream proposal would have been in the middle of nowhere with her family in a little cottage. I had forgotten that. And
you neglected to tell me this
because I didn't remember. I legit didn't remember. I'm claiming that it was in my subconscious somewhere.
Yeah.
But what she did say was, I asked her if she wanted to go on holiday for a weekend, like and it would be anywhere. Where would she go? And I was thinking she'd be like Thailand or like Bali or something. And she was like, the Lake District. I was like, you just saved me a lot of money.
My wallet is thanking you.
And I was like, okay. So we went to climb Scafell Pike, the tallest mountain in England. And me going, hey, look, I'm relatively fit and healthy. So is Maddie. I was going, let's not do the easy route. Let's do the hardest route there is. Right, without going off-piste here. It's meant to take 6.5 hours. So the plan was, we go up to her parents' house, which is across, 3.5 hours drive from there. The night before, we stay there, but then we go across, we climb Scafell Pike. I propose on the way down, because she might be expecting it on the top, and also that's where there are some people, so we're like, don't do it there. Propose on the way down, drive to an Airbnb, which I had convinced her was not very nice. I'd shown her some pictures of a dodgy place we were staying, and we get to the Airbnb, and it's actually lovely, and her family are all there waiting to surprise us. But I'd organised the surprise with their help, with like got food and candles and Polaroid pictures of us and all that kind of stuff. Now, on the day, the weather was not great. I think I mentioned to you that it was called very poor visibility, which means you can't see anything.
Very poor doesn't feel like it paints the right picture.
No, when I showed you the pictures, you can see.
You couldn't see anything.
Like, very poor sounds like when you're on the top, you'd be going, oh, I wish I could see a bit more of this view. But very poor actually meant you couldn't see more than about 5 or 6 meters ahead of you. And when you climb Scafell Pike, there's no signposts.
Yeah. And when you're on a mountain, you kind of want to be able to see in front of you.
So it's raining. We can't see shit. We're on a mountain with a map that is now wet. Like, I'm like, okay, this isn't going to last because the ink is running, and I've got a compass. Now,
I love that you went like retro with it. Fantastic.
Well, when I was planning for it, I was like, I need to say compass and a map. And people were like, you don't need a compass to climb Scaffold Pike. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to take one though, just in case. Thank fuck I did, because I'd still be up there. So first thing happened, I realized we were walking along something and I looked down a ravine and the like mist kind of moved for a second. I was like, oh, it looks like a river. I'm like, there shouldn't be a river there. Like, this is not...
Where are we?
This is not good. We've just missed a left turn. Turns out we'd missed a left turn about an hour ago. So we're like, okay, cool.
Fantastic.
We went back. I fell over. Legend.
Solid work.
I mean, you're climbing rocks and they're wet. You're in climbing boots and I'm like, fucking hell. So anyway, we managed to get back on track. And then at that point, all hell broke loose in that you genuinely couldn't see anything. You couldn't find any people. And we were somehow we'd met somebody and you meet somebody and they're like crying.
So it's a good sign.
The first person we saw in a while was crying. We were like, okay, are we going the right way? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, is it hard that way? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, okay. Weird. Got that way. Anyway, found this next little family, which had a relatively small, like maybe 10-year-old boy who was also crying, that they just managed to come across this. And they looked legit traumatized. I was like, what has happened here? It turns out that to carry on that way, which we did do, was pretty much, now if you're watching this on Spotify, I'm going to show the angle, pretty much a cliff. So it wasn't completely flat. No. It was like this. So there were like grassy knolls on it. But when I tell you that I am legitimately climbing and down, I mean, it's at least 6 or 7 stories down.
Jesus.
Like, we're not talking a like 15, 20 foot drop
like,
here.
That's a dangerous drop.
You die.
Yeah,
like, there's no, and also, I still had my massive bag on. So and it's full, and the ring is in there. So I'm climbing this thing, and I'm like, fuck. I'm like, what? I don't even know how to get. Thankfully, we managed to sort of climb up over the top of that. And then we saw a sort of mountain guide person by the fucking chance who was just coming down, who was like, yeah, you need to go this way. It's a touch easier than that way. I'm going through, helped us a little bit. But it was the entire rest of the climb was awful. Maddie's shoes started to fall apart. And by fall apart, I mean literally sole coming off the shoe. We are not even at the top of this thing. We're 4.5 hours in when the sole of her right shoe entirely comes off. Now I had a first aid kit with me, legend. Tried to bandage the sole of the shoe back on. But obviously, when you're walking over sharp rocks constantly, within about 5 minutes, that didn't last.
Gone, yeah.
So, obviously tears were shed at this point. And it was
understandably so.
It was not the romantic walk I was hoping for.
No.
At this point, near death and no shoes anymore and tears. I thought we might have tears, but not for that reason. And then we got to the top of this mountain and it was the coldest I've ever been. There were some other people there. We tried to take a picture and it was, if you weren't literally hiding behind a rock, it was like freezing cold and like rain was just like hurting your face.
Brutal.
We're like, okay, cool. This is really exciting. And I'm going, her entire family are in this Airbnb with all this stuff set up for proposal. And I've got a crying girlfriend minus one shoe who now has to do at least a 3.5 hour walk down this mountain. And when I tell you the walk down the mountain, it's not like there was a path to go this way. It's just like if you saw in a film, like rocks that were maybe 5 or 6 feet tall, but all come together and then you're walking along the top of that. It was that.
This was terrifying.
So her feet hurt, obviously.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Then the other one came off.
Yeah, because why not?
Because lol. So great.
One's not enough.
We're on the way down this mountain where it's become just this endurance test of trying to survive this horror show. And other people's reviews of Scaffold Pike are like, lovely walk. I'm like, you can fuck off. I'm like, that is not what happened.
You're reporting every single review.
Bullshit. Absolute bullshit. And this walk down, it took us so long because obviously, bless her, she was doing super well. She managed to hold it together really, really well. But I also was like, I don't think I should propose here.
This feels traumatic.
Yeah, we'll just rein this back a little to wherever we want to be. And so thankfully I'd come up with a plan B.
Well done.
Going, if this goes to tits, then on the way back I can drive past Lake Windermere. So I had found a sort of what's it called, the like site, national heritage, is that I don't know, something like that, National Trust, I don't care, one of those little viewpoints that looked over Lake Windermere.
Nice.
And so I managed to get her in the car and drive back to this thing, and at this point we were like 2 hours late for her parents and family that were there. I was like, oh my God, bless them. And obviously they can't text me.
No.
So they're like, what the fuck has happened? And where are they? And I managed to sort of pull over at this thing, and she was thankfully still so distraught from the mountain climb that she genuinely hadn't pieced together why I was pulling over. And I was like, oh, there's a nice view. Maybe we can just have a little quick look and maybe salvage something from the thing. And she's up there, and I think she was literally like, why? I'm so cold. Like, why are you making me do this?
Don't make me get out.
Yeah. Like, why is this happening? But bless her, she did. And then it was actually like a beautiful view. And then there was, all the lovely things that were said. And then that happened, as one does. And I managed to not fuck that up.
Well done.
Which I was thrilled about.
Did you like keep, when you were like on one knee delivering the words, did you keep it together? Were you composed?
I was incredibly composed.
Okay.
I was almost devoid of emotion.
So cold, just an unfeeling robot.
I think we spoke about this briefly because I was like, I think one of the first questions I asked you was like, when you actually did it, like, what did you feel in that moment? Because I think I had known about it for so long and conceptualized it. Like, obviously I was relieved and thrilled that she was happy because immediately she cried. So I was concerned that she was not up for it.
Is this a no?
Yeah, what's happening here?
You're going to need a word.
But yeah, I sort of didn't really feel, this is so weird, it didn't really feel like it was about me. Mm-hmm. And not because of anything she did at all. That's not meant like that. I was just like, I knew this was coming.
Yeah.
I'd sort of planned every I had planned backups. Like I was, and I had a backup to the backup.
Yeah.
Like it was done. So nothing was a surprise to me. I just was like kind of happy that she was happy. But it wasn't until like 3 days later that I was like, fuck, I'm engaged. Oh shit, like that is real. Because it wasn't in our place, it was in an Airbnb. It was beautiful with her family. We had this wonderful time that I know, I guess it just didn't sink in.
I think it's one of those things like the second you get back home, you go, oh, okay. Yeah, no, there is something different now.
Yeah. And it's still very, very strange to say, oh, she's my fiance. I'm like, oh, that feels very adult. And then I'm like, I'm 34 years old. For God's sake. Grow up.
Come on now. Come on. Have a word.
Jesus Christ. Too adult. Oh, God.
Oh, God.
So that I think that's the whole tale.
It's a lovely tale. It's got everything you want from a tale of.
I haven't even mentioned her family who may listen to this.
Oh yeah, I know what you're saying.
Will be so mad if I don't mention probably the funniest bit. So we get there. And they've done this amazing job. When I opened the front door of the Airbnb, like there's candles and the Polaroids of us and all her favorite flowers, all these things laid out in the corridor on the floor, leading us into the kitchen.
So I'm already laughing because I know what's
going. And I'm expecting what I had laid out in the plan was for them to be there in the kitchen for us to walk in and it'd be like, congratulations. Yeah. So we walk into the kitchen. There's no one there. It is stunning. Like it's blue, like everything. But I'm like, oh, what the fuck are they?
They've gone to the pub.
So I sort of said to her, I was like, should we have a look around? And then I opened one door, which, because I'd never been in this Airbnb, I didn't know what the door led to. The door sort of led to like a stone floor in a gym. And I just saw like 8 pairs of shoes. So I was like, no, not this one. I was like, okay. So okay, so I went to another door and I was like, oh my, where are they? It's been so long and I haven't been able to contact them. Maybe they've gone to the pub. Like maybe they've just gone, fuck this. Anyway, open the other room. It's a cinema room. And I'm like, I think there's people in here, but the lights are off. And they're on the floor. They're all on the floor. And sort of, I go, and then I just sort of step out of the way and Maddie sees them. She has no idea who it is. And then they get up and they're like, congratulations, from the floor in this cinema room. And I was like, what the hell happened here? And they told me they had hidden from the time I had made an entire fucking PDF document for them of like the timeline of everything. Nowhere in it did it say hide. Can I say? They had hidden from the time I had said we would arrive, which was about 2 hours earlier, on the floor.
That's brutal.
Originally in the little gym room with the stone floor, which was freezing. And bear in mind, her grandparents are there. Their level of commitment was 100.
I mean, they could not have done better. That's fantastic.
And they stayed there, and then they moved to the other room because it was really uncomfortable.
Love that commitment. I imagine they even like crawled to the other room. I don't reckon they stood up.
Absolutely.
I love that. I love their dedication.
Dedication to a cause that was not the original intention, but
I'd love it if you had opened the door and went, surprise. Surprise. Am I meant to say this?
Yeah. Wait,
somebody's meant to say surprise.
I think
it's you.
Yeah. Where are they? It was a surprise to me. Maybe they were trying to surprise me too. Yeah. But it did work. And obviously it was a wonderful weekend. And I, now looking forward to that event. Not looking forward to paying for that event.
No, of course not. But you've got a lovely event to come. You've got a great story from it.
There is a tale. And now we have to do Snowdon and Ben Nevis. So Jesus.
Please take the easy route next time.
I legit will be taking the easiest possible route.
Yeah.
In case visibility is very poor. That is what's required. What I've learned is visibility being very poor is actually very poor.
Just don't go up the mountain.
Yeah. When we started off, I was like, this is okay. But within 20 minutes, not because we went higher, just within 20 minutes, it was like,
oh, okay.
Oh, we're not going to see anything. Oh, cool.
No visibility. Cool.
Yeah, all the joys. So that was a very long story.
But a fantastic story. Yeah.
I hope people found it interesting. And for the gentlemen out there that are devastated that I'm now off the market. Honestly, my popularity amongst folks, if I've been single, the only people that have found me attractive have been men.
There you go.
Which, fantastic. If I was that way inclined, I'd be all... I mean, I love the attention, but... I was like, this isn't my market. I'm like, guys, come on. Well, should we move on?
Yeah.
I mean, to the end of the episode.
Yeah, to the end of the episode, yeah.
I'm sure there's some kind of wedding joke, but I've got a non-wedding based joke.
Go on. Hit me with it.
This is really, really bad.
Wow. Okay.
I've got 2 left of the gym-based jokes, and I'm going to see them off. Maybe in this episode, actually.
Right, go on. Just give me them back to back. Let's go.
Okay. My expectation is a score of 0 out of 10. Here we go. I'm going to love them. It was a real pain cancelling my gym membership. They made me hand in a 2-week notice. The joy in that one is that it is quite smart.
It is quite smart.
But it's not
terrible.
It's funny.
Yeah, that's it. It's smart. It's not good.
It's not funny. The next one. It's been 6 months since I joined the gym and still no progress. I'm going there in person tomorrow to see what's going on.
Nice.
Yeah. Yep.
Nice.
Yay!
It's funny because it's true.
Yeah. So many people are like that. You get messages.
Gyms rely on that.
They're like, haven't had any progress yet. You haven't been. Well, on that note, shall we wrap it up?
Let's do it. So you can find us on social media at Fit2Perform West End.
Yes.
And if you've got any questions you want to answer by us, you know what to do. Slip slide into those DMs. There will be very poor visibility.
And click on our link in the Instagram bio to sign up to our 30-day free level up. And thank you for joining us. And if you like what you've heard, then we have been Fit2 Talk with me, Steffan.
And me, Bobby. And if you didn't like it, we've been Joe Wicks. Peace out.